Alrighty, welcome. This is a quick little review of my new 150cc Chinese scooter that I purchased not too long ago. It's made by Lingyu. They also go by the name of Lintex. I don't think you can see it, but that's their little emblem. I paid about $1,069 or something like that, including shipping, and then registration cost about another $140, and then inspection and whatnot, which it passed easily. All in all, it's a pretty nice scooter. It definitely, I think, was worth the investment. It comes with aluminum floorboards and whatnot, but when I got it, there really wasn't much problems with it. You got to do your post-delivery inspection, of course, just to make sure all the bolts are tight and there's no loose wiring or anything of that sort. When I got it, there was a few things wrong with it. I had to tighten some bolts. This bulb right here was actually out, so I had to open up the casing and then fix that up. But all in all, it was basically able to run right out of the box the way it was. Of course, I changed the gear oil with 75 W90. The gear oil, I don't know if I said gear oil or not. I also changed the engine oil with some 10W40 Castrol GTX. It's just what I normally use, but pretty much it's working good. I don't have any problems whatsoever with it, and I already got about 160 miles on it already. It runs nice. It cost me about $3 to fill up. It takes 93 octane. It's got some nice painted rims, I guess. It's got a nice sized trunk which can easily fit a full face helmet. Inside, underneath the seat compartment, there's enough space. I carry a lock with me just to tie up the back tire and the shocks. There's your air filter. It comes with a toolkit and whatnot. There's your gas, of course. No, I didn't have any problems with it. I didn't have to really make any modifications. However, one thing I don't like about this bike is these stupid light mirrors, turn signal mirrors. Basically, when you're screwing them in, if you screw something in wrong or you accidentally tighten on one of the wiring, it's going to cause you to short out your fuse, and it's going to blow it every single time you go to use that turn signal. So you got to make sure you install that carefully, because I installed the first time, no problem, but then they were getting loose, so I tightened it a little bit, and I didn't know I tightened it on one of the wires, and it blew my fuse, and I was like, what the hell is going on? So definitely, if you could, I'd recommend not getting them with these stupid LEDs, these stupid lights inside of them, as one, they're just a pain in the ass, and they're not that great. And plus, these mirrors, you really can't adjust them too much. I mean, you can adjust them up in here, but they don't really, you can't really adjust it to your liking, I guess I should say. It also comes with a glove compartment box. Put your crap in there, whatever. And let's just start it up. Let me show you how it sounds. Sorry, the camera's moving around. It's a nice scooter, though. It sounds really nice, as you can see. The speedometer's not the greatest. That you can expect that with all Chinese scooters. It's actually about 5 miles off. So when you're really going, when it says it's going 30, it's really going like 25, and when you're going 35, you're really going 30. So you just got to always add or deduct 5 if you want to go speed limit. It can reach up to 65, though. I've gotten that GPS verified. So it's a nice scooter. I mean, you really can't expect much more. I mean, you're not paying the premium for like a Honda or a Yamaha or a Kimco, but if you're mechanically inclined and you're willing to work on these scooters, they are a great investment. Hopefully I'll get some videos of me riding it throughout my city, maybe on the highway, get some videos of that. But it's a nice scooter, accelerates nice and quick. It tries to get off with this racer look, but then you got the scooter top, so it doesn't really fit too much. But I mean, it is a great scooter. Brakes are nice. It's got disc brakes in the front and hydraulic brakes. I mean, drum brakes in the back. I don't know why I said hydraulic. It's got your hazard lights. And then your normal turn signals, horn, your kill switch, your electric start. high beam. And all in all, you know, definitely a good scooter. I definitely would recommend it, only if you're willing to work on it though, because you will probably run into problems. And unless you're mechanically inclined, you're going to be paying out your ass for a mechanic to fix it, if a mechanic even wants to work on it, because it's not a brand they're used to working on. Like I said, it takes 93 octane. It cost me about $3 to fill up, but I think it's a great investment. I changed the oil and the gear oil right when I got it. I did it again at about 50, 75 miles, and right now I'm riding it to about 250. Then I'm going to change it again, gear oil and the engine oil, and then I'll change it again at 500, and then 1,000, and then every 1,000 thereafter. You know, you just want to make sure, because when you're breaking in the engine, it's going to release some metal particles, and you want to get that out. In terms of breaking it in, a lot of people suggest, you know, riding at like 20 miles an hour for the first 300 miles or something like that. You know, honestly, I don't think you have to do that. What I do, it's basically, I don't know, some guy posted about it. It's like, it's breaking in, like, you know, driving it like you stole it. I guess they put it like that. You know, you cruise at a normal speed, and then you go wide open throttle on it for a little bit, then go back down to cruising, wide open throttle. Basically, the only way to actually set in all the pistons and everything correctly, and the rings, you actually have to go wide open throttle. That's going to set it in correctly, and the scooter's going to run nicely. You're not actually going to get optimal performance out of these scooters until you hit about 300 miles anyway, because then by then your engine's broken in, and you know, you'll be able to reach the speeds that are intended, and maybe even above and beyond that. Some people can, you know, depending on what size engine. This is 150cc. There's been people claiming they can get up to 75, 80 miles an hour. I don't know if it's true. They might be bullshitting, but you know, whatever. It gets you from point A to point B. It's cheap. It gets great gas mileage. I think I get around 80, 85, and you know, it doesn't look half bad. And you know, for $1,000, you really can't go wrong. I'm paying through Geico insurance. I'm paying about $17 a month, and I'm considered a new driver too. So within a few years, hopefully that'll go down. But that's the review of my scooter. Hope you enjoy it. I'll try to get some videos of me riding it, showing you how to change gear oil and everything, and maybe making any modifications. Maybe even changing out the standard OEM fuse holder they give you, because that's kind of crappy. I haven't changed it out yet. But since I blew my fuses this morning, actually, I may probably by this weekend change those suckers out. Get a nice blade fuse that you see in most new cars. You can get it right at AutoZone for about like $3. So, you know, that's it. You know, inspection was a breeze. Passed like nothing. Even though I went to a Honda dealership and they were trying to tell me, oh, these scooters are doo-doo. They're not crap. The engines are actually very good. They're built with that nice Chinese construction. Believe it or not, they're actually very solid engines. The only thing though is the wiring is sometimes shoddy. You just gotta make sure you inspect everything and go over it before you take it out on the road, because one thing that does happen with Chinese scooters, a lot of the times they're not inspected properly before they leave, because these things are like mass produced. So you gotta check all your bolts even after you're done riding them. You know, check them occasionally, at least once a week, just to make sure everything's nice and tight. Definitely invest in some Loctite, because some of these screws and bolts, they won't stay unless you have some Loctite in them, because maybe they'll stay for when you just try to screw it in yourself, but after you're driving or riding, they're going to start to loosen up and pop out, and then you're going to see your bike falling apart and you're like, what the frick. But anyway, the tires are fine. Many people claim that you have to replace the stems. I have had no issues with tire leakage, with air leakage, and you know, all in all, it's a great scooter, and I'm happy I invested in it. The Lingyu MC-75 150. It has a T at the end, so I'm assuming they mean turbo, but the engine displacement's still 149 cc's. Great scooter. When I first got it, I put it on the side kickstand for like 10 seconds because I went inside to go get something really quick. Came out, the thing fell over, but this scooter actually does have a nice feature. When the scooter tips over, the engine shuts off. It's a nice little safety feature, and you know, luckily nothing broke. I just got that scratch, which I'll probably wet sand out and get some touch-up paint from AutoZone, fix that up. But even then, you know, it's not even that noticeable. But anyway, you know, Chinese scooter, if you're willing to work on them, they're great investments. I get a lot of comments about this one, and a lot of people look at it and they're like, wow, They really like the look of it. I like the look of it. I don't think it looks too bad. It didn't come with a windshield. I don't plan on getting one. I know a lot of people also claim that, with a windshield, it'll make you more aerodynamic and make you gain higher top speeds. That's a bunch of bull crap. All it does is make your ride more comfortable. So, here's a Lingyu MC-75 150cc scooter. I definitely recommend it. I haven't had any major problems with it yet. I don't know too much about mechanical work, but if I can do it and get this sucker running nice and easy, have no problems with it, you can do it too. As long as you're willing to learn, these scooters are great investments, because it's really not that hard to understand how these things work. So that's it. Hopefully I'll get some videos of me changing the gear oil and the oil, and getting some videos of me riding it. So enjoy.